Every year in late November, families across the United States gather to celebrate a holiday called Thanksgiving. The holiday is meant to mark the beginning for the first winter that the first English settlers, more properly known as Pilgrims, were encountering in the Americas. It was first called Thanksgiving for giving thanks to God for their bountiful harvest, as well as giving them passage through the winter. However, over time, the holiday has come to be more focused on the large meal, Thanksgiving dinner, and to giving thanks for what you have in life, for some religious and non-religious reasons. But in the modern Thanksgiving, how do American culture around Thanksgiving balance within the power structures that exist within our society? On November 23rd, 2017, I joined my family for Thanksgiving and went to answer that very question. How did the ideas of power get portrayed and executed during an American Thanksgiving? This is...
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Because they'll, hey.
Like, is it Grandma's going to host us, or?
No.
Yeah, look at that, baby.
This is my family. My mom, Karen, my dad, Todd, and my sister, Allie. I went to them to explore how power was portrayed during an American Thanksgiving, but I needed to learn what roles they take on and why they take on those roles to get an idea of the power structure.
My roles around Thanksgiving typically involve around going to the store, ordering the turkey, making sure it's the right size for how many people are coming over, cooking the turkey or preparing it as well, serving it on the table, slicing it up on the table, acquiring everything for stuffing, because you got to have stuffing in the bird, and just making sure and supporting any other roles that happen around the family.
My role for Thanksgiving dinner is like pulling everything together and making it a festive atmosphere by making a centerpiece and putting out our special turkey that has lights in it, and all of our traditions, and making sure that we have everything that we need for the actual holiday.
I make dessert, and I make cheesy crescent rolls.
Actually, these are the tasks I enjoy. I enjoy thinking about and preparing to do something special with the bird. I really think about like how I'm gonna brine it in the sauce and how I can make it to my liking or to the family's liking, or make it the most special, most delicious meal that there is, kind of being the provider, but also just making it delicious for everybody, and making it feel like this is a feast and something that is, regarded as delicious.
So you just mentioned your role as the provider. Why do you need to take on that role as the provider?
I don't need to take it on. I enjoy taking it on. I get great pride in feeling like I've provided for my family and have a warm home and a happy home and just a great meal, and that we're all together. That gives me great joy, and I think that it feels like we all enjoy being together as a family.
Oh, because I think I really want our home to feel warm, and our family to feel welcome, and to everything feel festive. It's not really about the food necessarily, but more the atmosphere in our house, and how it makes everybody feel like they're at home and loved, and we just enjoy the day.
What I want to eat for dinner. So like, I'm not a huge turkey fan, so I don't have as much turkey, but if I make biscuits, I really like biscuits or crescent rolls, so I make those. And I also, dessert is really delicious.
Todd mentioned himself directly as the provider of the family and made it clear that he sees pride in being a head of family figure. This directly coincides with him being the one to prepare the turkey and shopping for and purchasing the food at the store. Karen says she takes pride in being an organizer. She wants to bring the family together around the holiday while preparing a festive atmosphere. She says that she does these roles to bring the family together, obviously something that she treasures. Allie wants to have the foods that she feels are delicious, but also wants to share them with others in making desserts. Although her testimony may seem community-oriented, she still does want to share her own creations within the family. She takes an enormous amount of pride in the tasks that she holds. Next, I want to focus on who they believe is in charge of Thanksgiving dinner, directly assessing the power structure that exists in the family society.
I think it's very much a communal effort. I think in charge. I think it's very much a partnership. That's what a marriage is. There's roles that Karen plays and my wife plays that I don't play and I can't play as well as she does, and I think we balance each other out. So I think it's a true teamwork, and that's when a true team works is when there's not one person good at everything. Everybody's good at their thing that makes it better and makes the meal better than one person could provide. So there's no one person in charge. It's definitely a team.
I would say my husband, because he absolutely loves to cook that turkey, and he comes up with ideas of absolutely every way that he can make that it tastes better for all of us. And then I think that the rest of it is just spending time together and hanging out with him when he's cooking his turkey.
It is interesting to see the direct contradiction between what Karen and Todd say. While Todd cites that nobody is truly in charge and that it is a communal effort, Karen puts Todd as the one in charge and cites that him cooking the turkey is the key reason for it. This shows how the turkey is a key artifact in the Thanksgiving culture and is a center of power within the family. From my own notes, I observed that no other food was placed on the table until the turkey was dressed and presented. Giving the turkey priority shows the power that it holds. I asked about what they believe was the centerpiece of Thanksgiving dinner, and I received a common answer.
Clearly, the centerpiece of the food aspect of Thanksgiving is the turkey. And for me, it's the turkey and the stuffing and how that is and what it tastes like. And that's, to me, the centerpiece for Thanksgiving is clearly the bird.
Okay. Why do you believe it is the centerpiece?
Probably because it takes the most time to prepare. It takes the most time to think about. It is the trickiest of all of the dishes that have to be created, I believe. Although I'm not a apple pie maker, but I know apple pies can be kind of tricky to make. But probably a little bit more consistent. But you start thinking about preparing for the Thanksgiving meal days and days and days in advance, and especially the turkey. You're preparing for it for 24 to 36 hours before you even start to cook it, and there aren't many meals that you have to think about and prepare for that long, except for the turkey. That then becomes the centerpiece, the Norman Rockwell painting of the bird being delivered and everybody around at the table at the time. So yes, there's Americana and there's a sentimentality about it, but I think there's also an enjoyment of, wow, it's this surprise element. How good is this going to be, or how good is it going to taste after such a long time preparing? And that's what's kind of fun about the experiment of Thanksgiving.
I would have to say that turkey. And even from when you bring it home and have it in your refrigerator and cook it up, and it's beautiful, and the carving of it at the table.
In conclusion, the turkey being a key artifact and a special item within the family helps create a power structure that puts the person who tends to the turkey on top, and then the rest of the roles fall into supporting tasks. While each role is important on Thanksgiving, special care is given to the turkey. Todd mentions how American society has influenced these parts and the power of the turkey, which in turn has influenced the family dynamic. This shows the structural power and how American culture collects and influences the holiday of Thanksgiving. This has been